Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Career Mode with Nottingham Forest, episode number 2, and this is being started off with a little bit more of an interesting start to things. I'm going live commentary to start things off, just for this part while I talk through the team. I didn't do it in the first episode, which was a bit of a dumb decision, and now this time around I'm going to be doing it, and of course I'm going to be describing the team, and just seeing what I think I can do with them, I suppose I'll put it that way. So in goals we got, Stojkovic is, I think, his name. He's 33, which is a bit of a problem, but I realised for the championship, 76 rated, put in Ultimate Team standards, that's a gold. That's pretty damn good. And for the season, I think he'll do well. We have another keeper here, as you can see, in Henderson. Let me see if I can... There he is in the squad. Problem is, well, he's 70, but he's 28 years old. And then we have the other guy, Smith, 58, 21. So, looks as if in this transfer window, might look to pick up a goalkeeper just to see if we can get something going with there. And just to see if we can get a good keeper maybe that we can prep up ahead of the next season. Or keep Stojkovic for this season. And then when the next season rolls around, buy a new keeper. That might be the way we do it. I'm not too sure yet. I can, of course, leave that decision down to you if you want to see me do that or not. I'm going to try and fly through this because I don't want to take up too much time at the start of the video. So we got Hobbs here, as you can see, 71 rated centre-back. He's not the best. I'm going off age. Okay? I'm going to go off age and rating so you can see how long they're going to stay in the squad. Possibly a year. Pereira, going to spend a little while just because his haircut grants him another 2 years as well. Man, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Mancienne, I'm going to guess. I'm doing this, of course, off the top of my head. Not probably going to spend that much time here. Traore, same goes with him. Grant, 21, 60. Hopefully we can get someone going with him. Vaughan, only season we're going to have with him. He's on loan. Lamb is injured, but he's actually 22 years old and 70 rated, so he'll do well. Carriol is good. And Assam Balong, actually, I don't know, what was their age for Carriol? 27, never mind, he'll probably get a season at best here. And then Assam Balonga up front, 23 years old, 73 rated. That is what I like to see. Going to quickly fly through the bench here. Lord Bentner, the rest of time he's going to spend at the team. Kasami, from what I've heard, he was a hidden gem in FIFA 16. And he had the promising player next to him when I was going through the training this time around, so I have a little bit of confidence in him. Not a clue who this guy is, don't think I've ever played him. Mills there, he'll probably do good. Lansbury, according to a lot of people, he was really good last year, and I'm hoping for the same again from him this year. Lechage, well, he's been a Forest for ages now, if memory serves me correct, so he'll probably spend a season or two here. Pinilos, 68 rated, he'll do good. He will, Velios, I believe is how you pronounce his name, he won't spend that long here, because I played one game with him and he was utter dog shite. Cash, 1960, he'll do good, and this is probably the main guy as well, Ben Osborne. He's in the thumbnail for a reason, because he is, in my opinion, going to be I'm hoping to be a really good talent. 22 years old, 69 rated, and I'm going to try and get an awful lot out of him. Even if we bring in better left mids, I'm always going to look to try and play Ben Osborne. And as you can see, there's a few more guys. This guy, I think, is on loan, maybe? I'm not too sure about that one. And then you got some other guys, blah, blah, blah. Chris Cohen, of course, who is... how can I put him in he's like the Scott Parker of this team, in my opinion. He's given a lot to this club, and of course I will play him easily for 2 seasons at best. It's 2 seasons at best 3. And then of course we have Ruben Neves, who we brought in the last episode. I didn't show his stats because I forgot to, so I'm going to quickly run through his stats. Those are some pretty good stats, and yeah, those are pretty good stats as well. That is what I like, 3-star, 3-star, medium, and a long passer trait. That is what I need. So with that being said, job done there. Going to quickly move on now to the first game of the episode and see if we get any transfer stuff going on in this episode. But until then, guys, enjoy future me. Or how about we bring a barrage of disappointment your way and not do anything regarding transfers? Because that's what's happening in this episode. Absolutely nothing to do with transfers. The more you know. Now we're going to start things off here by going one-on-one. Wow. We're gonna go against Brighton, who we took on in the last episode in the EFL Cup round 1. What did we annihilate? No, we didn't annihilate them. I think it ended 2-1, I want to say. But now, here we are, and we are looking to pull off a win this time around. The team, as you can see, is a little bit more different. Lord Bentner up front, what could possibly go wrong? Exactly. Nevertheless, early on here, I think, 20th minute, we got a header in there. Bentner just misses it, and that was a real shame. Now, this game was destroying Brighton, but not being able to finish the dinner. I'll put it that way. it paid dividends right there when Brighton took the lead in the second half. That was a mistake that I failed to capitalize on. It was just my inability. I would get all the way, get past the defense, get one-on-one with the keeper in some cases, and my shot would just be weak, or in some cases the keeper would just be an overpowered bitch and would just be able to easily save it. And nevertheless, they score a header here. If you've played this game, you know just how overpowered headers are once again this year, so it's no surprise that went in the back of the net. Moving on now to the end of the game. Yeah, it didn't take long, but we've lost our first game in charge of Nottingham Forest. Just our second game in the league, and to our second opponent, really. Brighton getting revenge for getting knocked out of the EFL Cup by taking 3 points, and in a way, 3 points is more valuable than going through in a cup. Anyway, there you go. After that, we're now going to move on from that devastating loss to take on Brentford away from home. A good opportunity here against Brentford, to be honest. Could see us trying to get a good win here. I mean, looking at the team and looking at where they were in the table, I don't remember it being anywhere special, because it was only, then again, it's only the second day of the season. But Brentford, back when I was doing the Fulham Cream mode, they weren't that special then. So I wasn't expecting anything major, as you can see. Interesting team here. Asamoah up front as always. Gotta love that guy up front, and of course with the few players there who I talked about in the start of the video. Nevertheless, it doesn't take him long. 17 minutes, we are able to clear away that attack, or so we thought. It gets taken back here into Judge. Judge is able to make a run. Oh, he's able to make Traore tackle himself and tap it in near post for 1-0. My Delilah, what an embarrassing goal that was to give away. And it's not even like it's a good goal. I mean, just look at this. He runs in a straight line, and he can't get tackled. Traore just puts his hands on him, and he's like, good job, keep going. Like a motivation. And he just taps in with his left foot. Stojkovic, nowhere near it, and it's 1-0. So there we go. And then, well, this is just pure AIDS at its finest. Oh, gets saved. Oh, it hits the crossbar. Oh, it gets cleared out. Cohen now gets the shot. He got the long shot. Can he put it away? Can he get us 1-0? No, it gets saved and bounces off the bar and goes out of play. AIDS, and look at these stats. Look at these stats, and we lose 1-0 again. Bullshit. This was just not our day today. And Spurs making a big signing there by getting Jamie Vardy. Even though we desperately needed a win, I simmed this game against Wigan, I should say, for the sole reason of couldn't be bothered. Didn't want to try and suffer another loss. Didn't want another embarrassment on my hands. It's 2-2. Bentner scores. What more can you ask for? But Will Grigg was able to equalize it up there for Wigan, and there you go. It's 2-2. I'm okay with that, but it's time for the final game of the episode. A big game, our first game against a Premier League side, and it's only taken 2 episodes. That's pretty good. So there you go. There is the lineup to go up against Crystal Palace. A big feat here, because Palace, of course, are a Premier League team. Regardless of where their place is in the Premier League, they are a Premier League team, so we have to take this game very seriously, like a big game in the Championship, regardless of the fact that it is just the second round of the EFL Cup. It's a chance to get some publicity, some notoriety, and perhaps some attraction from elsewhere, who, I don't know, people maybe who watch Crystal Palace. I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, I'm thinking of that in the financial way of things. Cohen gets the first shot of the game, and he absolutely misses it a treat. Nevertheless, we're moving on a little bit later here. Kasami with a nice play. Finds Kennedy. Kennedy takes a shot. It gets deflected and saved. And Kasami's there on the rebound. He shows up out of nowhere. Just sneaks his way into the box. And it's 1-0. As you see Kennedy here with the run. And there's Kasami. He literally just runs into a shot. And it's in the back of the net for 1-0. And it's a good shot as well. Yes, he had an empty net. But it's an awkward angle. And he's able to make good use of it. Put down the back of the net. And 1-0 to us. Moving on here, Lansbury makes a great run, and near post there, through the gap that he had. Lansbury makes it 2-0 now, and all of our problems in the last few games have just sort of faded away here. Asamoah makes a nice through ball into Lansbury, who takes 1 or 2 touches, and then bam, back of the net, 2-0 against Palace. This is just going well, which is weird, to be honest. Like the results that we were having against Brighton, and that I was expecting to have here. But it seems not. Asamoah anyway gets a shot. Oh, he gets tackled. Ben Osborne now has a nice run here around the box, and it's in the back of the net. Ben Osborne makes it 3-0, and I believe that to be his first goal for the club, if memory serves me correct. Well, first goal anyway since I took charge. Look at this, a nice run, finds the space in all that congestion in the box, and there it is, just... Oh, I think it took a deflection, actually, off the defender, but nevertheless, didn't stop it. It was going in, probably. And it's 3-0 now. What more can you ask for? Lovely control by Asabolonga, that's what you can ask for. And a great run. He's going all the way, he's in the box. He's running across the box. He's taking a shot, and he's hitting it right down the middle for 4-0. Absolute destruction of Crystal Palace within an hour. Look at this, just run. Oh, that's just such a nice run. Gets himself clear of any defenders there, and when he sees that shot, there's no one in his way to stop him except the goalkeeper, and he knows it's going right past him and into the back of the net. 4-0 up here, you got 20 minutes left. We give away a weird free kick there, to say the least. They line up here. Cabaye lines up with Chung Yong for a potential opportunity. Cabaye steps over it. Chung Yong passes it off. Townsend belts it into the back of the net for 4-1 and decides to celebrate. Not sure the celebrating part of things. I would have just grabbed the ball and run, but it seems as if the FIFA AI have always been incapable of pulling that off. It's a good shot. And you can see that slide there in an attempt to try and deflect it. Slid way too early. By the time he's passed him on the slide, the shot hasn't even been taken. But there you go. Now we move on. 85th minute. Oh, it's a header. Hits the post. But not Benteke, sorry. Remy is able to beat off. That's a bad choice of words. Is able to get past his defenders who were marking him. After that header, he lands. Oh, it's an awkward tumble there, and he's able to capitalize on it and make his way into the back of the net, really, and make it 4-2, a potential comeback opportunity for Palace. Denied. It's 4-2, and we go through to the next round of the English League Cup. That was a good win there. It was a hard-fought victory, and it was a victory that we almost threw away, nevertheless, but it's a win, and I'll take the win. And it means going through in the cup, but as you can see, our performances today, not getting a single win have damaged us. We're down in 15th. Yes, it's very early days, but look at Norwich, look at Villa, look at Newcastle. Those are the teams we have to try and be up with in that top 3, because they are not going to be easy teams to try and dethrone. We need automatic promotion. The board wants automatic promotion out of us. Can we get it? I don't know. What do you guys think? As per usual, leave it down in the comments below, because of course I'll be reading them. But that ends this episode of Cream Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.